So, I've been playing the recent Simulated Universe update, and bits and pieces formed a theory in my head, and I really wanted to share my idea. I've actually been wanting to make videos about Honkai Star for a while now, but it was this theory in particular that really motivated me to make it real. This is my first video ever. If you have any criticisms, all I ask is that you be kind. Two popular theories I've seen about why Dr. Ratio can't get into Genius Society are that he's either not as smart as a genius, or his motives for pursuing knowledge are selfless, which isn't a common trait in the Genius Society. When it comes to Ratio's intelligence, he's had many academic achievements proving he is just as intelligent as many Genius Society members. In his Keeping Up with Style video, many of his achievements are listed, but there's two I'd like to focus on. Ratio has successfully solved 3 of the 7 challenges in contemporary mathematics left by Genius Society member number 56, Elias Silas. He also published papers on the neurobiological mechanisms of the nesting behavior of witherflies and the metabolism of the Ariman arachia, which was complemented by Genius Society member number 55, Yu Xingtu, who said his papers accelerated the scientific world's understanding of species evolution by 1,000 years. And in relation to Ratio's selflessness, Genius Society member number 22, Aeon, is well known for dedicating his life to helping others and sharing his knowledge, just like Dr. Ratio. Dr. Ratio clearly displays traits of various geniuses, so why has news not noticed him? I believe this is because he is a replica. Now, it might sound strange without any context, so let me explain. In the Monday Night Assembly from the recent Unknown Domain update, there is a section called Printed Truths, where Arblad, a scholar from the School of Pure Creation, argues against ending the funding for her experiment. Said experiment entailed creating a replica of a Pathstrider to prove her theory of Pathstrider replication. But despite the replica having the same physiological structure, they were not a Pathstrider. A few possibilities are thrown around for why the experiment failed, but in the end, Arbad's project is cancelled and she disappears forever. This replica, despite being a mirror image of a Pathstrider, isn't a Pathstrider and can't pull any power from a path. In a sense, they are unable to interact with the Aeons and possibly invisible to them. Maybe this is why Ratio hasn't been noticed by Nus. I think this would also solve the reason why Dr. Ratio is mentioned in the current Mechanical City Kogito Hair Salon Intelligentsia Guild. I believe the Dr. Ratio mentioned here is the original Pathstrider that our Ratio is replicated from. I believe this could also mirror the mythology of the god Prometheus creating Veritas out of clay. In the story, while creating Veritas, Prometheus was interrupted and called upon by Zeus. While Prometheus was gone, his apprentice, Dolus, also known as Trickery, decided to sculpt an identical Veritas but ran out of clay before he could finish the feat. When Prometheus returned, he was amazed by the similarities of the 2 statues and put them both in the kiln and infused them with life. The original Veritas walked, while the duplicate couldn't. This was meant to portray how, despite the similarities, what is false and what is true will become clear. While I think Ratio is unable to join the Genius Society because he's a replica, I'm unsure of why he wanted to get into the guild in the first place. My own ideas really depend on whether he knows he's a replica or not. There's also just not a lot of information on how Ratio felt during that period of his life. But there are a few pieces of dialogue that I believe imply his feelings during that period. During some of his visits to the Astral Express, he's said,
"Make a choice, bear it, reflect on it, and accept it. There's no need to prove anything or seek validation. In moments of stress, do you ever ask yourself, which of my actions truly serve my own interests?"
I believe this comes from his own experience and failings when he used to dream of joining the Genius Society. Maybe he was created to be a genius and felt only Nus's glance would validate his existence. Maybe he was unconsciously following in the footsteps of the original Dr. Ratio, since they share the same physiological structure. But that's just a theory. Anyways, I want to give thanks to my friend who created several of the art pieces you've seen throughout the video, and also pushed me to not abandon making this video. I also want to give credit to Lalody's lore for the ratio Aeon theory, because I actually didn't know about the creation of Veritas story they talked about. I'll be linking Lalodi's video and my friend's socials in the description, and if you want to reach out to me, I'll link my Blue Sky as well.